Alright, here we go. Here is our stats. And let's see how many tiles we got. 960. We're getting really close to 1,000. Be kind of a cool milestone to hit. I'm feeling a lot better than I was last time, but I still got like a weird throat thing, so my voice might sound kind of weird. And I might try to talk a little bit less. Why is this right here? What the heck? Oh, that was probably the special. Yeah, okay. I was like, I would never place that there. Yeah, that was one of the special tiles. I remember now. But anyways, I forgot to do a Discord post. Give me just a second. Take too long. Yeah, like I said, I not feeling too. I mean, I feel good, but I don't sound very good. I sound kind of weird still. So I might try to use my voice a little less than normal, which not quite as entertaining for streaming. But yeah, my throat's still kind of bothering me. Oh, not sure what I want to do with this. Suppose we could just put it over here somewhere. Sure. Okay, so we have a couple water quests over here. Let's do this right here. That'll add 4 tiles to that one. Just kind of helpful. Nothing crazy special, but still good. Go look over here again. I'll try to remind myself that this quest is over here. It almost feels like my throat is even worse than it was. Like it's not, you know, not horrible. But I prefer not to talk right now. But it feels so natural to talk while streaming. I've like trained myself to do it. Okay. Okay, big village. Big village tile. Go over here. Carl, hi bunny. Welcome in. Great to see you as always. I was just talking about how I'm feeling quite a bit better than last stream, but I was also saying, yeah, thanks for asking. um, my throat is like just really messed up still. So I probably sound really nasty, but I'm feeling pretty good overall. The headaches are pretty much gone. I was having pretty gnarly headaches with all of that. That wasn't fun. Yeah, physically I feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Really not bad at all, honestly, but yeah, I feel like I sound super messed up. so there's that. Maybe, you know, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, but okay, that's good. I can only hear myself from my point of view, which I know sounds different to everyone else. It's my turn to get the headaches. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ugh. Yeah, I've been so sick of headaches these past several days. I'm sorry to hear that. Not fun. I'm definitely over the headaches. Not that I was really all that excited about it anyway. Honestly, it's on me. I've been really sluggish all week. Do you get headaches when you get sluggish? Like, is that just a normal thing that happens? Now today I suddenly feel garbo. I mean, I don't pick when I get headaches. Do you? Like, I'm trying to understand why it's on you that you got a headache. Not like you have any real control over when that happens. No, I get really slow when I'm sluggish. Today, though, is a headache. I don't know why yet. Maybe it's sleep related. Could be, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I only really get headaches when I get sick, just because I think at least what I've heard, the biggest cause of headaches is like not drinking enough water. Um, so I don't know how good you are about drinking water, but I've heard that that's like the most common reason for a headache. And I drink water like crazy. I always have a water bottle on me, constantly refilling it. And then when I get sick and I start to get headaches, I drink even more water because I'm just used to thinking that that'll help. With me, it's usually one of four things: dehydrated, hungry, tired, or lacking something else in the brain and need supplements. Yeah, those are all good reasons for it. I mean, you know, those are reasons why it happens, I guess. I always have to screw around and figure out what it is. Yeah, that sounds a bit frustrating. Yeah, I pretty much only get them when I get sick. Otherwise, I pretty much never get headaches. But when I do get them, it seems like way worse than it actually is, just because I hardly ever get them. I'm glad it's only when you're sick. Yeah, me too. I feel bad for people who get them all the time. My mom gets like migraines pretty regularly. And yeah, that does not sound like fun at all. So I don't, and you know, I don't really think that I've ever had like a migraine. Like, I've heard people describe how a migraine feels, you know, and they say that it's like an extreme headache. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever had something that I would say is that bad. right? Like, I don't think any of my headaches have ever been something that I would call extreme, right? So I don't know. I honestly don't know because I've never experienced what people are talking about. Like I don't know if what the difference between a migraine and a headache is or like what causes it. So I don't know. I'm just glad that I've never felt anything that I feel like would be classified as a migraine because it doesn't sound fun. You know what? I'm gonna take allergy meds because my eyes have been a bit screwy right now. If this headache goes away tomorrow, then it may be hay fever. Hmm. Yuck. Yeah, I hope whatever it ends up being, I hope that you're able to get over it soon. Get it sorted out. Never fun. Sinus things, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of dealing with that right now. You can kind of tell by the way I sound. But yeah, I'm a lot better than ever, for sure. I should probably eat BRB. Yes, go get some food. Take care of yourself, for sure. Do what you gotta do. Alright, let's see. This is kind of a nasty tile. Let's see if we can find any good spots for it. Hmm. Well, we might... No, I think I checked here, didn't I? Yeah, I had checked here. Sure. No, I saw a spot. Is it over here? There's like a fully surrounded spot that it, yeah, right here. Cool. Good spot for that towel. And we're definitely not going as fast as the last episode. That was insanely fast. I think I was just so gone mentally that it ended up actually helping us like play faster. Kind of weird to think about, but kind of cool at the same time. Fastest 10,000 points that I've had so far, I think. It was less than 50 minutes. So yeah, but I mean, we're still moving at a decent pace right now. Probably get done at a pretty normal time, I think. I mean, I could pick it up. We got some nice pieces right now. Who knows? I mean, it can all change so fast. You get like a string of really nice tiles, and it really changes things. Like it makes it go way faster. I kind of like this. Yeah, let's do that. That's good. Okay, I got some trees. Where do we want to put this? I think I will go. Like that. Trees. Could go there. That won't actually give us any perfects right now. Thought there was a better spot up here somewhere. Oh. Keep looking around. I'm pretty sure there's a good spot for this. And there's probably some. Yeah, here's one. You can go there. That'll give us 2 perfects right now. Oh, 3. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Bunch of train tracks. Hmm. 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 Yeah, sure. We'll go there. Don't particularly like it, but not terrible. Okay. Okay. I think that's water. The water quest. That's complete opposite end of the world compared to like the big water quests that we have. Uh, let's go here. Forest tile, big forest tile. Really nice right there. Got a bunch of rivers. Let's go see back over here. Okay, cool. This tile, we could go here. That's pretty nice. We'll keep that spot in mind. some other decent spots around here. Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna go here. That both helps the quest and tidies up this area quite a bit. That's pretty nice. Now this we could put with, you know, one of our field quests, but I'm pretty sure there's a spot right here. It's really nice. This is another big field piece. Ooh, okay. That's really nice. I've been waiting for a good piece for that spot. Excuse me. My throat. Going at it. Ooh, that's close to being good for that spot. Not quite. I'll just put it with the other big water area. I have curry. Oh, yum. That sounds good. Glad you're back. We've been getting some pretty nice tiles. Always fun. Yeah, things are going pretty good. Lovely. I took my allergy thing and my eyes are already starting to feel better. Wow, that's quick. I don't know if it's just me or, like, I feel like anytime I take medication, I don't notice anything for a while. Like, I feel like it's very slow. For me, at least. And I've heard other people say that they can feel it, like, right away. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's me or if it's whatever I'm taking. My allergy meds are pretty strong, especially when I haven't taken them for a while. That makes sense. Yeah. Effects are a lot stronger now. Yeah, that's fair. I've never needed anything, like, super special as far as medication. Like, I feel like pretty much 95% of the medications I've ever taken in my life were just over the counter, right? Like ibuprofen or, you know, over the counter allergy meds or whatever. Nothing too special or fancy. So, which is nice. A lot of people, have you heard of Zyrtec? Yeah, I've heard of Zyrtec. Yeah, that's an allergy medication, right? Is that the one that you take? Is that what you're asking? I don't know if the one that we have used is called Zyrtec. I don't think that's what it is. Stronger version of that. Okay, cool. So it might be like a higher dose or just more concentrated, something like that. I mean, as long as it works, that's all that really matters. Dizal. Highly recommend. Nice. Yeah, my allergies don't usually get, like, super bad. They get a little bad when, like, the springtime comes around, but usually my body gets kind of used to it, and it usually doesn't end up being too bad. It only gets kind of bad when I like pulling weeds, which I do pretty much on a weekly basis. Like, I usually do it once a week. Pull weeds for like an hour. Take it before bed because these things can make you drowsy. Hey, I mean, works for me. Even more of a reason. go here. We are going to end up shutting this down because that's just too big of a quest and too far away from... I mean, we could attach it here, but I don't think it's such a big quest. You know, it's like how all these medications have all these side effects. Some of them are good ones, like drowsiness. As long as you know, take it at the right time. Don't be drowsy when you're not supposed to be drowsy. Hopefully that's, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Don't try to drive because it's not fun. Yeah, I believe it. Let's just go. Got to experience what that's like again. Ooh, that was exciting. At least I didn't almost doze off. Yeah, yeah, driving while you're like super drowsy is scary. I've had it a few times, like when driving to work, when I've just been probably too drowsy to drive, and it's scary. So fortunately nothing bad has happened. But you like start nodding off and you realize it as it's happening and you just kind of freak out. Oh man, I probably shouldn't be driving. I haven't had that in a long time. Which is good. I hope I never do that again. Try to be safe. Oh, like the first time you took your meds before driving? I was like, nope, not going on the road for a few days after that. Praise God I'm still here, because Lord knows I've done some dumb stuff. Yeah, I think we all have. So, not everyone ends up being quite as lucky as we are. There's some pretty scary stories about, you know, being drowsy or bad accidents. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, so I mean, be safe out there, basically, what I'm trying to say. I think, you know, I think most people do their best. Most people aren't, like, trying to cause problems. I'm of the belief that most people are good people, right? Most people aren't trying to, like, hurt anyone or cause problems. Only a handful of genuinely bad people out there, I guess. Oh, what? This is the third tile in this whole game that has, or a third edge that has, I must have placed that wrong. When did I place these tiles? That's an imperfect edge. That's the third one in this whole game. I've only had 3 imperfect edges. Depends, because good is different for a lot of people. Yeah, I think most people are good people. My definition of good is pretty laid back, though. Like, I think anyone who doesn't, like, actively try to harm people is a good person. Just trying to live their life, like, take care of themselves and, you know, people around them. As long as they're not trying to harm people. That's kind of what my definition is. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, like, that might be a little more laid back than most people's definition of what a good person is. Like, I mean, there could be people who could almost use that as, like you could almost say the opposite, like anyone who's... So I'm saying anyone who's not actively trying to harm people is a good person. Some people might say anybody who's not actively trying to help people is a bad person, right? You could almost use, like, the same type of definition, but in a more strict kind of way, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, there's a lot of people out there who aren't actively trying to help out other people, who I don't think are bad people. They just have different priorities, right? Like I think those people are not bad people, and I think if you're not a bad person, that you're probably a decent person, right? Whereas some people are like, no, that's not a good person, that's just someone who's not a bad person. Right? I don't know, it's I try to think the best of people, and I like to think that, you know, people, I think most people are just doing the best with what they know and what they believe. I would say most people are decent. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you think that. I think there are a lot of people who have had enough negative experiences to definitely have a more um, pessimistic viewpoint, I guess, and for good reason. Like, I'm not trying to say pessimistic in a bad way. I'm just saying it how it is, right? We're all selfish at heart, so I would like to think that some are decent at best, but I've been wrong before. Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some people out there who have been genuinely harmed and hurt by people who they thought were good people, and so they've had to, I guess, like, they've learned to develop a new definition of good and bad, right? And it's generally going to be a lot more pessimistic and you know, lack of trust, right? So people who have been harmed by people that they once trusted are probably going to be more likely to think that people are going to be that way in the future, right? I'll give others the benefit of the doubt, but I try to keep my distance. Yeah, and I think, you know, and when I say, like, I think most people are good people, that doesn't mean I'm actively going out there trying to, like, be friends with everybody. I'll be friends with anybody who, like, wants to be my friend. But I'm not going out there and saying, hey, I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend, come be my friend, I'll give you all the trust and the kindness in the world. Like, I'm not doing that. And I'm not saying anybody should do that. But if someone, like, takes the time to come to me and try to be my friend, then I'm gonna give them a chance. And I'm gonna, there's like a baseline amount of respect and trust that I give everyone. And the more experiences that I have with people, that level of respect and trust will go up and down. Right? Better not to be a people pleaser. Yeah, yeah. Then people, like, tend to, like, the people who like to take advantage of other people see that about you, and they're more likely to try to take advantage of you, right? So it's good to, like, I think it's good to think that most people are gonna be good people, but not to, like, not to, you know, go preach that on a soapbox and tell everybody and say, hey, I think everybody's a good person. Why don't you all come over here and be my friend, and I'll give you the world. Right? Like, that's not gonna go well. So I don't know. I feel like this is a good conversation, honestly. And I'm not placing any tiles because of it. I'm so focused on the conversation, which I'm enjoying. I don't want to stop having it. Not in the slightest. Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to. I try not to judge people, right? And even when people have, like, even when I've seen people make bad decisions, and, you know, like, I've come to the conclusion that this isn't a person that I should trust, I still try my best to understand that they have a reason for being the way that they are, right? Like, if I understood everything that this person has ever gone through, I would probably understand why they do the things that they do, right? I don't remember where I heard it, but I loved this quote. I think I might have heard it from like a YouTube person who was like a therapist at one point or something like that. Um, but I don't know for sure, but I just really liked this quote. And the quote was, everybody makes sense. And it sounds a little weird if you don't really dig into it, but basically what he was trying to say is what I just said, right? Like if you could pick apart everything that's ever happened to a person, if you could look at every moment in their life that they've ever had and really see every part of someone, that the things that they do, and you know, they might not be the best thing, that doesn't make the things that they do okay, but you would at least understand why they do the things that they do, right? And so I really liked that, and I try to sort of live by that, right? Like I try to understand that people who do bad things or do things that I don't agree with, I try to understand that they're not, like they probably don't see themselves as the bad guy, right? I don't think anybody sees themselves as the bad guy. And so I like to try to understand, why did this person do these things that aren't so good or that I don't think are good, right? Do they think that these are good things? You know, so it's a pretty deep way of thinking, I think. But it's helped me to be a lot less judgmental of people and try to be more understanding of people's actions. And, you know, maybe like I'm not condoning the bad things that people have done, but I am saying that some people have just been given a bad hand in life, right? Like they've been dealt a bad hand. And that leads them to be people that maybe they never wanted to be or that they don't even realize that they are. And that's tough, right? And you know, that leads people to do things that maybe they never wanted to do, or maybe they don't even realize that they're doing, right? Like it's, I don't know, like, yeah, but be careful about that, because if you let it get too deep into your mind, you start getting negatively affected by it. Doing that from a distance is a good thing, though. It's good to try and be sympathetic. Yeah, and that's all I'm trying to say. Like if somebody mistreats me or mistreats the people that I care about, yeah, I'm gonna be hurt, and give that person, I'm not gonna freely give that person my trust anymore. But I'm also gonna realize, or try to realize, that they're probably doing this for a reason that makes sense to them. And not my place to try to change them, and I don't really want to have to do that anymore, because that's their own thing, and I probably don't want to deal with them in the first place because they've hurt the people that I care about. You know? But it helps me to move on, right? And to say, okay, well, they just had a messed up life, or they, you know, are a narcissist and they don't even realize it, right? Like they, or, you know, like this and this, like, I don't know what it's like to be a narcissist, thank goodness. Or I don't think I do. I don't think I'm a narcissist. Um, but, you know, like, there's people's brains are just wired differently, and people have been through experiences that have caused their brains to be wired differently. And not my place to say that my brain or my way of thinking is any better than theirs. Just different. I've been through different experiences. I've had a pretty comfortable, happy life with a good family, and I was raised in a lifestyle that's very kind and loving. And not everyone has been as fortunate as I have. Right? You don't strike me as one. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't seem to be a narcissist. But I've also heard that narcissists typically do their best to blend in, right? Like they're really good at manipulating the situation to their advantage. And I feel like usually you can pick them out. Um, but I mean, you know, people like professional manipulators, they're smart and they're sneaky and yeah, it can be like even people who are discerning can have a hard time seeing that, right? Even when you can pick it up, sometimes when you care too much, you'll pass it. Yeah, yeah, I think, I don't know, it's tough. I like, I feel like even, like, I feel like I'm the person that there's very few people that I try to rely on, right? Like, I'm very much the kind of person that there's a handful of people that I really genuinely trust that I've known for a very, very long time, um, or that I've really built a strong relationship with. People and emotions are hard. Reinforcing the behavior. Yeah, for sure. Um, like, I can become acquaintances and friendly with just about anybody, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a really long time before I open up and end up trusting, like, people enough to, like, actually be hurt by them at some point, you know? So, I don't know. This is a good conversation. So, yeah, it makes sense, and it's, you know, everybody approaches life a little differently, and everybody sees people a little differently. No two people are the same, and that's what makes life interesting. If everybody was the same, it wouldn't be like dude, like I wouldn't want everyone to be just like me. I don't want anyone to be just like me. I've spent enough time being me that I know that that's I like being me for the most part, but like it doesn't make it easy. Doesn't mean that you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I think it's good to have variety. The world would collapse if there were only me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. If the whole world is exactly like how you are, it's not gonna it's not gonna be enjoyable. It's not gonna be good. Everybody would literally think the same, and that's not a good thing. I don't like this tile at all. This is a nasty tile. I don't. Uh, okay, we'll go there. Jeez. Ugh. My throat is tired from all this talking. This is like my voice is. Ugh. I get it. I'm similar. Everyone starts as a buddy of mine. No. I love hearing you talk and chat. Like it's fun. I absolutely love it. Keep doing it. Um, Everybody starts as a buddy of mine. Some random person I think is cool to talk to, but the more meaningful conversations I have with a person, the more I can see that person as a genuine friend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's kind of how it should go, right? Like you start out, like I said earlier, you start off giving everybody like a baseline amount of respect and kindness, and you know even friendship to a certain extent, right? And based on the positive and negative interactions you have with this person, hopefully positive, right? You want like you, I feel like genuinely when you talk to someone, you hope that it's going to be a good interaction, right? And then that will slowly develop over time and they can become a real good friend of yours. So I feel like every relationship should start that way. So that's just by thinking trust is, oh, that's just me thinking trust is important. Can't type. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Like, I think that's the safest way to build relationships, because you're still attempting to build relationships with people, but you're doing it in a way where you start off slow and you take your time, and you're not giving yourself to this person all at once, right? You're kind of giving them pieces of yourself. And generally the first pieces you give to someone aren't going to be like anything that's going to ruin your life if they take advantage of that, right? It's usually just going to be little things like talking about your day, or maybe sharing some, hobbies of yours or whatever, like little things over time. I know it's possible to like dive into romance right away and have a great relationship, but personally, I think that's too fast. Yeah. And I could see that. I think like me and my wife are an example of that to some extent, because we got into a relationship pretty fast. But when I first was interested in my wife, too fast for me anyway, my brain can't handle that for sure. Yeah, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, like with me and my wife, I was kind of interested in like one or two other girls at the time, and or I shouldn't say kind of. I was pretty interested in a bunch of other girls at the time. And so when I first met my wife, Julie, she I kind of just saw her as a friend, right? But I think that that was a good thing, because it allowed us to build on that friendship. And she says that she was, romantically interested in me from the get-go. Um, but I felt like I was her friend before I was romantically interested in her, right? And that's one of my favorite things about my relationship with my wife, is that I feel like she's just as much my friend as she is my wife, and, my lover, whatever you want to call it. Um, and so like that is one of the biggest things that I value about our relationship. That I love hearing you talk about Wife Cinco really shows that you love her. I do love her. I love her very much. Uh, yeah, she means pretty much everything to me. And, and my kids, right? That's another thing too, like me and her have talked about, is um, like one of the things that I want my kids to see, especially since, they're daughters and not sons, which, that's its own conversation, is I want my daughters to see me truly in love with my wife. Oh, hey, Rift Adam. We're having more deep conversations here. No way. um, guess who's gonna be home on Saturday? Oh, you finally coming home? Are you gonna actually like start spending time with me? That'd be great. It's me. Holy crap. I'm gonna get my thought out real quick before it goes away. Basically, as a father of girls, I want my girls to see. Probably, I thought this man was dead. Yeah, me too. I want my daughters to see that I love their mom, because when they grow up, it'll show them that, well, and not, it's while they're growing up, they will know that it's possible to be, college feels like death. Yeah, I'm glad I don't go to college anymore. Um, yeah, so I basically want my daughters to know that their mom is my favorite person in the world, which, I mean, she is. But I also try to, like, make sure the kids know that, because it'll teach them to look for someone like that someday, right? If that's what they want to do, right? If they want to someday have a relationship with someone, I want them to know that it's possible for them to be with someone who loves them just as much as I love their mom, right? So, anyways, that was my thought. Deep thought over. You guys can talk about it if you want, or we can move on and talk about other things. Whatever. That's how I feel about my dad. So your dad's like that with your mom, is what you're saying? Yeah, I feel like, the best way to teach kids is to just teach them through your own example. Like, lead by example. So, yeah. That's how my parents were and still are to this day. Like, my parents, I feel like they've been completely in love with each other for as long as I can remember. And, that's shown me that that's something that's possible and something that's beautiful and something that, if you want to be in a romantic relationship, that's the level that you should look for. Not that it's going to be easy to find, but it's possible, and I don't think people should look for something less than that, right? Yeah, through the good and the bad, my father still loved my mother and he stayed with her. He's also a wise guy with a great sense of humor. He's everything I strive to be. Yeah, that's wonderful. Sense of humor is a huge deal too. I mean, not like a huge deal, but having a good sense of humor is always fun and healthy in a good relationship. I've told him that if I will ever be blessed with a man, he'd be like my dad. Yeah. What a thug. Yeah. Well, and Rift Adams here, he could talk about this too, but like I feel like our dad, I think honestly, he's as an adult, like I look at him and I'm like, I think he was probably the best dad I could have ever asked for, right? Like, and I've kind of talked to him about this as a grown up, but we don't generally like get all emotional with each other, but our dad is weird. He's got a weird sense of humor, that's for sure. He's got a very dry, weird sense of humor, but I feel like I also very much look up to him, and I think you know, he's the best dad I could have ever asked for, right? I think he was the right dad for me, so great father though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I kind of have a dry sense of humor, but it's not quite to the level of my dad. Um, I can be very dry, and it can be funny, but I'm also like a little more expressive than my dad is. Yeah, so he's fun. I love hanging out with my dad. It's funny in adulthood to realize how much he taught us that stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. He was so good at teaching us lessons without saying a whole lot. I think, right? Like, he would talk to us when he needed to. It's not like he wasn't talking to us. Like he did his job and he would give us discipline when we needed it, and he would. I felt like he was so patient, right? I don't I don't remember ever. I don't know if this is true for you, Rift Adam. He can talk. Oh yeah, he can talk for sure. I think he generally prefers to chill out and be pretty quiet, but what I was gonna say is I don't think I ever remember our dad really raising his voice at us like ever. And I mentioned this to him once, and he's like, "Oh, I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure there were a handful of times where I lost my temper or I got upset." And I'm like, "Well, I don't remember it. Like, I feel like our dad." Your laugh is great, Carl. Thanks. um, yeah, I feel like our dad was the most patient man I've ever known. Like, he knew how to handle situations. Raised his voice, but wouldn't say, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. When your kids aren't listening, you kind of gotta raise your voice a little bit so they know you're you're there. I've definitely yelled at my kids before, and I'm trying to be better. I feel like I've gotten a lot better about it. Um, but yeah, like I don't think he ever like outright yelled at us, like ever. I can't think of any specific times where that happened. Yeah, I like being an adult and being a parent, especially now, like, yeah, I don't know, like, I think I appreciate him so much more now that I know what it's like to be a parent. So, yeah, great man. If I can be anything like him as a father, then I, I I'd call that a win. So, yeah. So, and you know, we were talking earlier about how, you know, like our backgrounds kind of shape who we are and the kind of people that we become. Um, and you know, some people are not. I mean, a lot of people aren't as lucky as you know me and Rift Adam have been, right? Like we've been raised in a very good home with good parents, and oh, oh, this, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, sorry, this was an interesting tile to get. I'm surprised by this. Okay, we could go here. It's so good I'm moving back. Yeah, I'm glad you're coming home. I mean, I figured it was happening soon. I didn't know exactly when, but yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, we'll have to get together at some point. uh, oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I was going into more thoughts or not, but that's fine. Yo, by the way, can I bring you Taco Bell for a haircut when I get back? Of course. Yeah, that's a good fair trade for me, honestly. Love me some Taco Bell. Yeah, we definitely got to hang out at some point. Yep. Yeah, me and Rift Adam, we've known each other a little while, I think. I guess we could go here. Let's go here. The OG duo of Carl Cinco lore. A little while, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we've been through it a little bit. I mean, not been through it in a bad way. Yeah, dude, it's like honestly, I feel like it's a little weird to think about like things that happened a long time ago. Not like in a bad way, but like thinking about, you know, being kids or I remember playing Legos together when we were really little, right? Like stuff like that. It just feels like so long ago, you know? There. Feels like it happened yesterday. What happened? Wait, what? What? Wait, what are you saying, Money? What happened yesterday? I'm confused. Oh, there. Fine. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. Yeah, good point. Song request from Rift Adam. Okay, I got my Spotify ready. Also, I know that says Spotify or YouTube video. I need to change that to just say Spotify because if I use a YouTube video, it'll be like copyright. Oh, but you probably... Oh, wait, outer space... Megas... Okay, here we go. It is on Spotify. Gotta turn the in-game music down. But yeah, when I've used YouTube before, I've been copyright struck. So, gotta avoid that. I graduated from high school and community college at the same place, and I felt like serious deja vu. Hamster awake? Wait, what? I don't know what's going on. Did I? Oh yeah, I placed that one over here. Oh, the classic synthwave selection by Rift Atom. Roommate's hamster is awake. BRB. Priorities 100%. Bunny has to go see hamster. Oh, I want to go there. What am I doing? That's way better. One of my favorite songs. This is a good song. It's got a nice vibe to it. We're gonna go here. This is Wait a minute. This is a small village. I don't want to start another village. I have 3 already. I have this one, I have this one, and then I have the ginormous one. Like, I don't want another one. Megas is a good artist. Maybe I'll have to listen to some of their stuff. Yeah, I really don't want to start another village right now. So I'm gonna just fail this quest. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Yep, see? Quest canceled. Screw that quest. Yeah, I said nope. Go here. I like how Bunny just left for a hamster. I think that's awesome. Hamsters are fun. Dude, this is such a vibe. Oh, hey, there. That's respect. Oh, yeah, 100% respectable. Hamster awake, you go. Makes sense. This is a great spot. Another big train track quest. Also, we're at 960 tiles, which is what we started the stream with. That's kind of funny. Oh, that's the end of the song. That felt short. Was that a short song? That was 3 minutes. Yeah, cool. Thank you for the song request. We'll go back to in-game music for now. Sorry, I'm back. Hey, it's all good. If you didn't come back at all, we would totally understand. Because there was a hamster, so it makes sense. I mean, you could play more megas. True. Editing the footage is easier when there's less times where I have to put in my own music. So, it's mostly just me being lazy. Yeah, because I have to edit all the footage. Hamster cute. I must say hi to him. True. But I mean, you are always free to do another song request. I have to oblige the song request law. Also mood, bro. Yeah. The less I have to edit, the happier I am. We are almost done. We're less than 1,000 points to our goal for the night. And yeah, I think, let's see, it's not even 10 yet. I guess I could play something else on stream. I don't know if I want to though, because my throat is all jacked up. I'd rather not be talking for the rest of the night or talking as little as possible, you know. Gotta go, see you next time. Okay, thanks for hanging out for, 10 minutes. Glad you're coming home. We'll have to get together. Yeah, thanks for being here. This tile. Look at our... Yeah, we go there. I don't particularly like that. I also don't necessarily dislike it. Go there. Water. And we'll be able to link this up with this next tile coming up. Very nice. Yeah, let's go there. Nice. Feels weird to eat when you haven't eaten all day. True. I've been there before. It's so nice though. Let me tell you, food tastes and feels so much better after a long day of no eating. It's wonderful. It's a mix between, man, this is the worst thing I've ever done, and so glad I'm eating. I have never felt like eating after a long day of not eating. I have never felt like this is the worst thing I've ever done. So, I don't know what's going on with you. Either way, praise God for food. True. But yeah, I would have to disagree with you on the whole worst thing I've ever done. I've never felt that way. But you know, that's just me. Sometimes when I don't eat, it sucks to eat. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible. I wouldn't know what to do in that. That'd be so weird to me. Like if I ate for the first time all day and it's been like all day. And it felt horrible. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, what's going on here? What's wrong with me? Why is this happening? It's like when I'm sick and I don't want to sleep, but I have to. Gotcha. Okay, I mean, that's more relatable. Like if you're sick and you're not eating because you're sick, I feel like that's different. Because then you feel just terrible because you're sick, right? Like, that's just how it is. Yeah, and then I don't want to sleep. Oh yeah, I hate, like, it's gotten better. Like, it got better last night and the night before, but like 2 or 3 nights ago when I was really sick, oh, sleeping was just brutal. Like, I felt like I couldn't sleep right. Like, I couldn't get myself to sleep properly. It's so annoying. Like, come on, I just want some sleep so I can go to work. I slept too much and want to do something. Yeah, I don't sleep much. Mostly because of my sleep schedule. I sleep really deep though because of it. That's kind of the whole point of the sleep schedule, is to sleep really deep when you do sleep. Depending on how bad this stupid headache and weird stomach thing is tomorrow, I might just have to just rest. Yeah, you know, honestly, I've been surprised. There have been times where I've like, you know, tried to take a nap and go to sleep or whatever, and I'm not able to. But the fact that I was just laying down trying to rest and get some sleep, even though it didn't work out, it feels like I still am somewhat rested, right? Because of it. Kind of weird. So it's like a lesser version of sleep, I guess. Wow, we can do this. Don't like that spot particularly, but I also feel like it has to go over here somewhere. We could go here. That's how our lovely bodies were engineers. Bodies are pretty cool. They can do some amazing things. Oh. What do I want to do with this tile? We only got 200 points left and then I'm done. I could go here. That's actually kind of cool. Doesn't really do much right now for like perfect tiles, but it does work with the surrounding tiles. You wouldn't fully realize how amazing it is until you go to like anatomy or take pathophysiology. Because then you realize how crazy your body acts every millisecond. Yeah. I have not taken any of those courses, nor do I want to take any college courses. Actually, that's not true. I take that back. If I ever did want to take another college course, it would not be for the purpose of getting a degree. It would be for the purpose of learning, which I like better than trying to get a degree, right? I have a lot of thoughts on that subject. I don't know if we should get into that right now, especially since I'm ending. I mean, you could just do it on YouTube, save money. That's true. That's true. I have like watched educational content on YouTube before. And it can be very fascinating and enlightening at times. We need one more, probably one more perfect placement, and then we'll be done, I think. With today's stream. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off after this to rest my voice. You know, take it easy for the rest of the night. Oh, right there. That's perfect. Okay. Wow, look at that. Right on 580,000. That's kind of cool. Doesn't happen too often. And we are at 958 tiles. Let's go. Ooh, and see that third tile there? Don't we have a spot for that? Pretty sure. I'm just trying to mentally remember it for next time. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Did I fill it already? Whatever. I'll try to remember to look for it next time. Yeah. 58 with 0 change. Yeah, so we started with 960 tiles. We're at 958. That's basically the same. And yeah. Take a quick look at our stats. 58, 58. What? Did I miss something? Is there something special about 58? Am I just losing it? I feel like I should understand what you're trying to say. Have I been streaming for 58 minutes or something? No, it's been longer than that, right? Yeah, it's been an hour 15. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Now I understand. Yeah. It's perfect. It is a good way to finish. Very nice. Yeah, see, my brain's still not fully functional yet. But anyways, Bunny, thank you so much for being here. Love having you here, as always. I think I saw somebody streaming Dorfromantik. There's one person doing Dorfromantik. I'm just not gonna worry about it. Thanks for always being welcoming. Always being welcoming here. That's like what I try to do best. I want everyone to feel welcome in my stream, so I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for those of you on YouTube who happen to be watching. If there's anybody on YouTube who's actually watching this right now, that's crazy, and you should leave a comment and say hi so I know that you're actually watching. That would be crazy. I honestly don't think anybody would actually be watching this far into a YouTube series like this. So if anyone is, that would be amazing, and I would love to get a comment. If not, that's fine too. Do whatever you want. But anyways, thank you everyone. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.